Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Madam. We are from the 3G group. The title of our project is The Impact of Global COVID-19 Pandemic to the Unemployment Rate in Malaysia.
When working people are ready and willing to work but cannot find jobs, then there is unemployment. It is most often expressed as a percentage of a total labor force that is actively seeking employment but unable to find work. Often, unemployment is viewed as one of the signs of the economic health of a nation. Every different sort of unemployment is economically efficient and economically ideal. Conversely, politically engaged unemployed can be either voluntary or involuntary. Voluntary unemployment exists where nobody is able to work but they can choose to stay unemployed. There is three types of unemployment. First, structural unemployment. Due to mismatch between the available workforce and the types of job offered, either when position requires skills that workers do not possess or when workers are available but no jobs are open. Structural unemployment often leads to regional unemployment, particularly when major industries are concentrated in specific areas and can have a significant impact. The second one is classic unemployment. Another term for this is true wage insecurity. It occurs when labor unions push for wages above the market equilibrium, leading to a reduction in job demand. Trade unions often negotiate for higher wages, which can result in classical unemployment. The third one is frictional unemployment. Frictional unemployment results from voluntary job changes within an economy. It takes time for an individual to secure a new job after leaving their previous employer. This type of unemployment also applies to graduates entering the workforce and typically lasts for a short period. Next, cyclical unemployment. It refers to the variation in unemployment levels during economic fluctuation, such as changes in oil prices. Unemployment rises and economic growth declines during recession. Addressing and reducing cyclical unemployment during downturns is a central focus of economic research and policy making. Then, technological unemployment arises from advancement in industrial or emerging technologies that make certain job skills obsolete. Workers who lose their jobs due to these changes must acquire new skills, and the government may provide retraining programs or services to assist them in this transition. The last one is seasonal unemployment. It refers to periods when the demand for labor is lower than usual. However, this type of unemployment is temporary and job levels typically return to normal afterward. Now, let's overview unemployment problem in Malaysia. In Malaysia, the unemployment rate is relatively low and stable at around 3%, indicating near full employment. The global lowest unemployment rate was recorded in 2014 at 2.85%. The sector contributes significantly to GDP, providing more than 30% of jobs. However, the services sector generates nearly 50% of the GDP. With the global economy growing steadily, the average GDP per capita also reflects these positive trends. According to recent report, the 3% unemployment rate primarily affects young people, both graduates and non-graduates, who struggle to enter the labor market.
Next, to stop the spread of COVID-19, the government had to implement the Movement Control Order, which limit movement and contact between the communities. The community also had to stop working because some companies could not afford to pay for the workers and had to close. The labour force participation rate of 68.7% in 2019 decreased to 68.4% in 2020, but it has shown an increase of 68.9% in 2021. This increase in unemployment a chaos because many companies were ordered to close because continuing operation only increased the number of infection in the country. A record number of workers have been laid off due to the pandemic and company closure. The number of workers laid off increased in April 2020 and peaked in June 2020 at 19,352. During that period, a total of 47,109 individuals received termination notice, while the remaining were offered the opportunities to voluntarily quit. Almost 60% of these layoffs involve employers in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur and the state of Selangor.
Next, the 2020 employment loss by age group is displayed in Figure 2. The most suffering age group is between 25 and 29 years old, followed by those between 30 and 34. In general, as people age, fewer people were impacted.
Measure to overcome the impact of COVID-19 on unemployment rate in Malaysia. The first measure is the implementation of expansionary monetary and fiscal policy. The central bank reduced interest rate, lowered reserve requirement and purchased government bond to make borrowing cheaper and easier. This allowed businesses to continue operating, expand and create more jobs. At the same time, the government invests in public work projects, creating jobs and boosting demand in various sectors. Tax cut further encourage consumption and investment, enabling businesses to grow and hire more employees. Together, this policy play a crucial role in stabilizing the economy and creating job opportunities. Next, the government prioritized training and skill development program. This program aimed to help workers adapt to the evolving job market by offering retraining opportunities, especially in high-demand areas like technology and digital service. By learning new skills, unemployed workers had better chance of finding job in this growing sector. This not only help individuals but also make Malaysian workforce stronger and ready for future challenges. Another measure was to support entrepreneurship. The government gave fund, training and guidance to people who wanted to start their own businesses. This helped people create jobs for themselves instead of depending on traditional jobs. It also helped Malaysian economy grow in new ways and become less dependent on one type of businesses, supporting entrepreneurs, create financial independence and more flexible economy. The last one is the government also worked to enhance labour market flexibility. This includes streamlining hiring and firing process, which allow businesses to adapt quickly to changing economic conditions. By promoting flexible labour practice, the government help businesses adjust their workforce to meet market needs. This approach also creates more part-time, seasonal and temporary job opportunities, providing immediate employment options for those affected by the pandemic. In summary, Malaysia used the measure to fight unemployment during the COVID-19 pandemic. This effort not only provided immediate help but also prepared the country for future challenges.
So, further conclusion is, the managed COVID-19 businesses pandemic has closed negatively, which affected result global in labour rights markets, in true unemployment lay and off reduced and consumer reduced demand. If working hours tackle, the ongoing unemployment could lead to increased levels of poverty and crime, while in compensation governments and will going generate to less high revenue to pay taxes more. The multi-zone theory is that unless population growth is checked, unemployment will grow. This is because for the economy to revive, the public and private sectors must work together. Without teamwork, it will be tough finding better job opportunities for those affected by the pandemic.